The patience of prayer. Luke chapter 18 verse 1. King James Version. And he spake a parable unto them to this end, that men ought always to pray, and not to faint. When you study this passage to the end, it talks about a certain widow seeking justice from a wicked judge. The continuous and persistent going to the judge made him change his mind even when he had decided not to help her. Jesus narrated this story to explain the persistence in prayer and never give up. A lot of times, some people easily give up in prayers when the answer delay. I want to tell you that time can test your faith. There are times God can intentionally pretend not to hear your prayer point to see if you will still come to him and persist. There was a time two blind men kept chasing Jesus for healing, and Jesus pretended he hadn't heard them, but they continued without giving up until finally the Lord turned to them and healed them. Matthew 9 verse 27 to 29. King James Version. 27. And when Jesus departed thence, two blind men followed him, crying and saying, Thou Son of David, have mercy on us. 28. And when he was come into the house, the blind men came to him. And Jesus saith unto them, Believe ye that I am able to do this? They said unto him, Yea, Lord. 29. Then touched he their eyes, saying, According to your faith be it unto you. Do you remember how blind Bartimaeus kept shouting for mercy, and Jesus pretended he was not hearing? But Bartimaeus wasn't ready to give up, and Jesus finally healed him. Mark 10 verse 46 to 50. King James Version. 46. And they came to Jericho, and as he went out of Jericho with his disciples and a great number of people, blind Bartimaeus, the son of Timaeus, sat by the highway side begging. 47. And when he heard that it was Jesus of Nazareth, he began to cry out, and say, Jesus, thou Son of David, have mercy on me. 48. And many charged him that he should hold his peace. But he cried the more a great deal, Thou Son of David, have mercy on me. 49. And Jesus stood still, and commanded him to be called. And they call the blind man, saying unto him, Be of good comfort, rise, he calleth thee. 50. And he, casting away his garment, rose, and came to Jesus. What about the woman of Canaan? Matthew 15 verse 22 to 23. King James Version. 22. And, behold, a woman of Canaan came out of the same coasts, and cried unto him, saying, Have mercy on me, O Lord, thou Son of David. My daughter is grievously vexed with a devil. 23. But he answered her not a word. And his disciples came and besought him, saying, Send her away, for she crieth after us. This woman will never stop crying, even though Jesus also pretended, I never heard you. At a point in time, Jesus referred to her as a dog, but still she didn't give up. But her consistency and persistence finally made God to heal her daughter. All I'm trying to say is that sometimes God can pretend he hasn't heard your prayer point, just to test your faith if you will still focus on him or have an alternative apart from him. You need patience, consistency, and persistent in prayers if you need God's attention. Remember, you are not the only child of God, and everyone is seeking his attention. Time can test your faith. Luke 18 verse 7 to 8. King James Version. 7. And shall not God avenge his own elect, which cry day and night unto him, though he bear long with them? 8. I tell you that he will avenge them speedily. Nevertheless, when the Son of Man cometh, shall he find faith on the earth? Written by Apostle Amos. Thank you.